Sage back with Kingmaker. We're in Olive's trading post and we're getting kind of a little ready to do some fighting.
All according to plan.
I'm prepared to attack it. Just wait. Finally, Whitewood was bored with all the talking. Well, these aren't the heroics I was hoping to write about, but I guess even the greatest heroes have to start somewhere. I see you're not easily cowed. I beg you be careful, please. Don't let Oleg do anything too risky. So why not go inside? We're going to be our guests. Gotta have that mastodon.
To victory!
So what does this do?
Смотрите, Туридов.
I just think that's great.
Serves you right.
Okay. But he didn't
Let
die.
us strike one!
This should do it.
Hardly. Oh, wow.
Tear them apart! They go down!
Oh, there's another one.
You deserved it.
Do not falter!
Huh.
A calculated risk.
Solid hit. I'll give it that.
Hey! Bring it!
All right, we did that. Now, can we see him? Or how about, what about Boken here?
In due time.
Ah, you rats got what you deserve. Now they'll know better than to treat honest people like cattle. We shall call Broken on out before he freezes in those bushes. Now, my lord, head up to the guest rooms on the second floor. You deserve some rest for battle. I need to clean some things up. And this is for your episode now. Don't offend me by trying to turn it down. Just take an honest fight that deserves an honest reward. As if that were more common practice in the world, I think it would be so much better. Ooh. Ooh. Razors. I really didn't gain. Well, wait, hold up. I'm gonna put that on me. Cause that involves saving throws. There's another composite longbow. Those are too good to pass up, man. Okay then. Already. You wake up from a nasty dream that tortured you almost all night long. In it, you saw a wall of unnaturally thick fog that surrounded you. Slowly moving closer and closer, a quick look out the window and you find out the fog was not a figment of your imagination, not a dream, and then...
Hear me. Please hear me. Can you hear me? Please.
Her voice is barely more than a whisper as she reaches towards you. It seems only you can hear or see the nymph. Who are you?
Who am I? Just a tear shed by the land itself. The bitter sigh of nature. I am a nymph, the guardian of this area. A defeated guardian. Call me the guardian of the bloom, if you wish.
What do you want from me?
Aid. Salvation. We have a common enemy, and long have I searched for someone who can defeat him. The one you call the Stag Lord. As a storm strikes ruthlessly with gusts and lightning, the Stag Lord wreaks havoc with the swords of his servants. And not just in the world of people. The land also suffers from the evil he brings. My forests and my flowers suffocate in this fog. Soon, even I will vanish, as the last ray of light fades at dusk.
I'm glad my adventure begins with such a beautiful sight.
Beauty is so tender. It can so easily be crushed under the blows of cruel fate. But you can save it from being undone.
The Stag Lord responsible for the fog?
Yes. It hides his fortress as well as his dark deeds. But while responsible, he did not create this affliction. It is the work of a powerful druid who has betrayed even himself. I know not why the powers did not leave this renegade, but even I was unable to defeat him.
How can I help you?
This fog, it enshrouds, entangles, suffocates. If only I could learn how it was created. But my powers wane. I have barely the strength to call out to you. All I know for certain is that somewhere in this forest lies an old house, and it echoes with the remnants of a strange power. The Stag Lord and his druid were there. The fog hides this place from me, but I can point you to the bandits' camp near the Thornford. Make them tell you where this place is. Go there and listen to the echo, catch the whispers, search for anything that can tell you how the fog was created. Once the fog clears, nature will breathe again, and you will be able to easily find your way to the fortress of our mutual enemy.
Alright, I understand.
I don't believe in fate, stranger. But our meeting seems more than a coincidence.
Well, for one thing, I've got to get that. I've got to retrain. You're an adventure, right? Seeking reports for stolen hands. You aren't the only one of your kind. Here, take my advice. Keep your eyes open and watch your back. Sometimes the ones who call them your friends are more dangerous than mine. Who are you? Honorial Eight Eyes. Once upon a time, I was famous throughout Absalon. Honorial Eight Eyes, the Reckless Six. Well, glory passes quickly. A few miserable decades later, no one would recognize you on the street anymore. What a shame. Well, what are you doing here? I sit here waiting for adventurers who are in need of help. We may be sitting here in the backwards tavern, but in Absalon I have a lot of friends who are eager to make a few coins. They have brave hearts, but shallow pockets. A little gold would be a welcome change for them. I send them a message and they will come from Absalon through a portal. If you're interested, give me a sign and we'll arrange everything right away. Also, I can summon the tutors from the Path of Sanity who can retrain you and your companions. They're quite willing to do this for free. The first 3 times you quit your services. After that, the practice of retraining will gradually increase. So that's just a way of doing business with all new clients. Why are you called Eight Eyes? Once long ago, I spotted an enemy and pinned him to the wall before he could even think of attacking. Some said I had 8 eyes and looked all around at once, so it seems I outlived my nickname. I've been drinking so much lately, it's best I test my skills too often. Where were you when the trading post was attacked? I was hunting, got a little lost in the mist, which is the first time that's happened to me. I guess it should go easier in the train. But don't imagine I'd be scared of a good fighter. I'd only known I was missing all the action. But I see you've got everything under control. Would you like to join me? No, I've got things to do already. You better manage on your own. A painless Pathfinder here in the middle of nowhere. Why? You want to know how can one exchange the life of Pathfinder for the sorry drunken rat hole? You lose all your friends of the scumbag, and then you'll understand. I was only to return from the final campaign of the Reckless Six, and whatever it is left of me can't be called a secret anymore. Here's the story. Our leader Vermelt was the best of us, wise, brave, friends with everyone. One of those friends, Divian Adresant, sent him a disturbing letter. He stumbled upon mention of some of the ancient books in the art of necromancy. Secrets like those are best left hidden forever. Trust me, I've seen what that kind of magic can do. To make a long story short, those volumes were supposedly hidden in the catacombs Gallospire. Well, God, no wonder. We decided that books should be retrieved and kept safe by the society. We gathered a tavern, discussed the expedition, and then proceeded to Ustalab. It was a normal mission, a quick and quiet recovery, but everything turned out to be more complicated. We barely made it through the Witchgate Fours. All those terrible living trees and the druids and the archons of bone. It was a miracle we managed to make it alive. Ustalab, the mortal and principality, is a proud nation of countless horrors and once proud realm that suffered under the clawed hands of the whispering tyrant for centuries. Gallospire is where he lives. We chose the Renchurch to stop at. It was marked on Vermelt's map as a safe enough haven to hole up in and split her rooms. However, I wish that had been true. Vermelt was first prepared. She was attacked by one of the monsters hiding in the stables. It tossed him about like a feather and there threw him down in an ancient well. His shout echoed for a time and I didn't hear the sound of him landing. And then, I shouldn't have gotten into this. Who am I to disturb others' feelings while my chatter? We'd better forget all about it for now. Maybe I'll tell you more some other time, not today. Pathfinder Society. What exactly are they interested in? What's the purpose of the society? As a school of adventurers, we search for those who are eager to test their skills and we educate them and give them ideas about where Uncle Aaron might seek their fortune. They look for forgotten knowledge, secrets, and lost artifacts. They are explorers and pathfinders. We're sort of mutual assistance club for adventure lovers. We exchange experience, share knowledge, and keep careful records. In case it proves useful to future expeditions, and also we publish books for thrill seekers and bored urban teenagers from wealthy families. What kind of members of this society support? All sorts of adventurers. We have reputation from all races, religions, and beliefs. The Grand Lodge is in Absalon, but there are many smaller lodges throughout Galarian, and the adventure captains direct pathfinders to their goals from across all corners of the world. There are many renowned heroes in society, and many scoundrels as well, whose service society has brought them fame. Who does the society support? You mean who does it serve? No particular. Pathfinders try not to get involved in the quarrel of others. They serve only a spirit of adventure. And sometimes he happen to save the world. However, that doesn't mean they have no black sheep among them. We'll talk about it later. I have to go. I have to retrain. But I've got to remember my stats. Alright, so it's a good idea to actually take a picture of this. Alright, so now get out of here and let's train. Bless you. Now I can bring it up. Skills, perception. It's got to be approved initiative.
The path is clear. Enemy near.
I will guide.
My skills exceed yours.
I like that. Neutral good. Oh, damn it.
Let us bide our time. Stupid. Truly an idiotic thing. I wasn't wearing just studded leather, man. Come on.
Okay, good. Alright, I think we're good here. We're going to give Lindsay those just in case for now, so that way it doesn't get screwed up somehow. Alright, that works. So Watcha. Good day. I hope you find you're feeling all right. And after that battle, I can't think enough for you what you've done. Hopefully, I definitely don't want to waste your time. But if you haven't won, I have a request. Tell me about yourself. How did you and your husband find courage to establish a trade post of Soullands? It was a Log's idea, though it's before him. We didn't realize how dangerous it was here, of course. The rest of it, everyone respects the sword lords, and everyone's accustomed to relying on them. Even the mention of someone like Lady Jamandi could be enough to men up a street dog with some trouble. It may even work in some places here, but not with Steglor's men. What can you tell me about Steglor? He's not some average bandit. If no one puts to stop him, he'll turn Stoneland into his personal kingdom, a kingdom of fear and oppression. It would be kingdom of lawlessness. Once you've dealt with the Steglord, your life will improve. I like adventure, but I definitely prefer the ones that involve stopping buildings and helping people. I can't thank enough for hope you give me. Please be careful. Steglord is extremely dangerous. What do you want to ask of me? This is a very personal request, and it may be not important enough for your time. I'm completely understand if you say no, but the first time the Steglor's thugs come here demanding money, they also took my wedding ring, just tore off my hand. It's just a trinket, really, but it meant so much to me. I remember every moment of the day all that came to me. That ring in hand to ask if I'd marry him. I was standing in fancy dress on the stairs of my father's home, fearing if I misheard something or did I say something stupid and everyone around would laugh. If you happen to find my ring among the bandit's possession, please bring it back to me. It's easy to recognize. My name is engraved inside the band. Sylvana. There was one more thing. Among the bandits, there's a dark-haired woman who wields dual axes. She's not bad in a fight. In fact, she can be extremely dangerous and cruel, but please, I beg you, show her mercy if you have the chance. I'm happy to help. I'm so grateful, thankful for your day. You come from Tex, right? Tell me about it. I love Tex, even though they kicked me out at Joker Place. What's life like for Tex? Actually, Tex has always been in one huge nest of thieves. Bandits, river pirates, smugglers, fences, card sharps. It's always been a home for the likes of them. But that was before Eravati became king. With him, a whole different life began there. Eravati's always wanted to make history, but not as another bandit with a crown. Though that's exactly what he is. He wanted to be glorified through the century as a great patron of arts, so he built the Academy of Grand Arts and spent lots of gold to assemble the best artists, poets, and musicians. Of course, the very best ones refused to go, but he got what he wanted in a way. It was once just a booze bar for thieves, now it's a cabaret. What do you know of King Everati? He won his crown in a game of cards, which says as much about Patax as it does about him. He's fiendishly clever. Some cheats I know told me that from the moment he appeared, he started pulling off such schemes that the old sea masters just scratched their heads. With him in charge, gold flooded in protection. Also, he's incredibly, unimaginably, fantastically decadent and conceited. Getting drunk with whores at the pub, that's not Lord of Air style. Oh no. He aims higher, dressing up like a male Callistra with a gold codpiece and holding a 3-week orgy with dancing on the rooftops. Praise was used in a contest for the best ode to the great unrivaled king. That's more like it. He also likes singing. And he orders cigars to make the citizens gather for shows, but she only have mercy on the listeners. What can you tell me about the academy you studied at? You know, jokes aside, I'm thankful to everybody for building it, but he has no taste at all whatsoever. He likes his art loud, bright, grandiose, and most importantly, glorifying his royal highness. He kicks out the best charcoal artists because he didn't wish to spend money on gray scribbles. He sacked a masterful flute player from Tianxia were playing too quietly, and instead ordered them to open a kettle drum class. He even ordered the academy to expel me for what, an innocent limerick? Why don't you go back to the academy and finish your studies? I like to return, but no one in condition. They throw out 3/4 of the professors who teach her now, and return all the ones they're banished. If you ask me, I'm proud to be expelled. If my art was to everybody's liking, then I would have reason to be ashamed. And as long as mediocre looks will sit at the academy, then those with real talent beg on the streets for tax. I will not cross the threshold of that place. Too many books writing. What is there to tell? You've seen some of my rough drafts already, haven't you? It's a book about you and your adventures. I'm writing the whole truth, just as it happened. Well, the whole truth. You know my glory, you know the story. So what kind of character am I? Truth be told, I was a little afraid of meeting a real hero. Books are all particularly the weak and poor, but what about in real life? But you ease all my fears with 2 shakes of a tail. A true hero, like the legends. My new fear is that in 100 years, my readers will say that people like you never existed, but I'm writing the truth. Sometimes you fellas follow the rules, sometimes you follow the rules, and sometimes you make up your own. Your actions are hard to predict. That's what makes you interesting to read about. How do you feel about me reading your work in progress? Well, these are only drafts, but of course you're welcome to read them. Just keep in mind that if you don't like what I write about, I won't change a single letter, so don't even ask. Of course, it's about you, but it's my book, understood? Write whatever you wish. I don't doubt you will defame me or, for that matter, overpraise. Thank you for trust. I was not set out to please you, of course, but I still hope that you'll like my books as much as my other readers. What's the deal with the ring you always wear on your finger? This. It was a gift to me from my first teacher. It's magical and imbued by the power steel, and no less. When I get myself in trouble, it transports me to a safe spot. So please don't be angry with me if I suddenly disappear from my. I'll wait for you, promise. I want him. We're gonna talk. Alright, Spill, I'm listening. Tell me about yourself. First, I'm a bearing, I'm a strong arm. I grew up in the realm of the Mammoth Lords. The land of Asmins far north is home to myriad nomadic tribes of Kelid barbarians. I left my tribe in the Six Spears, and I like fights. What's it like to be a barbarian in the Six Spears tribe? Our people are big and strong. We can cut a monster in half with one spring. We can walk 3 days and nights with no rest. We can eat a whole fried aurochs. I guess you had to do a lot of training to become as strong as you are. Training, haha. No one freaking trained me. The boys Six Spears got the training. All I could do is watch. And you know what? They're still crapping after all the training because I kicked their butts hard. Animals, bandits, monsters, all thought they were stronger than me, idiots. Because you start a fight, you think you can win, you think you're stronger than your enemy. I defeated all 3, all of them. See all my scars on my face? What does the realm of the Mammoth World looks like? Huge and freezing, no place for weaklings. Tribe hunt aurochs, herds to survive. Arcs are fast to try to swallow herds for days just to not die of hunger. If you're weak, you stay behind dying in the snow. Tribe cannot stop. And there are giants and mammoths, sometimes demons too. And the mastodons, the saber-toothed tiger, who survive, I think, for a few days. Why did you leave the tribe? Because you were assholes, all of them. Men were cowards and scoundrels, and women were scared like sheep. Men there think no girl can be a fighter because they're weak. They're afraid a woman can beat them. Females just nod, go so high, quickly watch kids. That's what they always do. But I'm weird, damn it. I won't cook hides and watch meats. I told him so, and I went hunting with men. And what did I get? Still the same. You are a woman, you stay home. Even give me a nickname, the soft chieftain. Like a warrior one was a funny joke. Damn, I even went to hunt those shit-faced Rothschilds, and they're there. So I left cowards, scoundrels, and sisters there. That's why. They're quite a good fighter. Quite good, compared to who? The scrappy male, I'd fight better. Is that what you say? God, my speech. Or you say I could be better. Like, go get some training, am I right? You're very good to fight. You're an excellent warrior. I just give you a compliment. That's all. Sure, I'm quite good. That's what I do best. Thanks for telling me. So why did you leave your tribe, man? What's the story about the frost giants? I told you already. They were asking to treat women like sheep in the fire. It's for the giants to later, me. That's a form of sword, but it's not just a simple weapon, is it? You bet it's not simple. Check how big it is. The sword belonged to a real blasted frost giant. I killed the beast and took his look for him myself. Pissed me purple, my damn trophy. Thanks for talking to me. Talking. When we would do some monster killing instead. Really? Well, I thought she would be kind of around. But apparently I can't. You want some potions? Can I help you in any way? Well, since you're asking, there's a cave nearby. I used to pick berries in there, but the place has been overrun by spiders. The berries red, look a lot like raspberries, fangberries, I call them. I'd be grateful if you gathered a basket of them and brought them back. Just be quick, you two. They spoil quickly. Those spiders in the cave are mean. Let me give you some alchemy chemical fire. Crafted it myself. Burn those spiders to a crisp. It will teach you. That will teach them from taking over my fangberry cave. I also need a bucket of moon rashes. They're a rare and mysterious plant. I don't know where to find them, but I know the kobolds gather them and value them highly. It's not a huge deal, really. I'll do it myself if I were young, but if you're willing to pay you 3 potions for the berries and a purse full of coins for the rashes. Why do you need fangberries and moon rashes, Broken? You want to know? Well, glad I'll tell you bring them to me. Alright, I'll try to help. Just watch out, alright? Don't end up someone's lunch. Show me what you have here. So that's 1,300. Oh, hold up. Hold up. Greetings. You certainly ruffled those villains' feathers. Well, anyway, new day, new troubles. How have you seen this blog? Never seen anything like it before. The road to Rest Hub looks like someone spilled milk and it just hung in the air. I couldn't see anything through the soup. Not even with a torch. Feels like witchcraft to me. I bet the Stag Lord is involved somehow. Rumor says he deals with all sorts of bad magic. Let me see your stuff, Olag. I need full plates 1,500. I need another 200, man. Yeah. Sorry, gotta have it. Bondi, what brings you by? Tell me about yourself. Why open such a trading post in such a dangerous place? I just dislike the noise. I'm from rest up. Cities are complicated. Lots of people on each other with the pace on the shelf. Bow before this one, beer for this one. Don't do business with the third. But be sure to extra nice to their fourth. The villages are a little better. Everyone likes to stick their nose into each other's business. I just want a place where I can be my own master. End up here. I need to take care of the stag lord. Do you know anything about anything to help me find him? That's quite a task you set yourself on. The stag lord has a fortress somewhere in the area, but only a few chosen from the most troops of this rabble ever invited. The location of the fortress is a heavily guarded secret, and with this fog hanging around, I imagine it would be like even harder to find. I suppose you could try to follow the trail of these bandits who attacked the post before. They came from the southwest, from the side of the Thorn River. The fortress might be there, at least some large camp of theirs where you can find information. What else can you tell me about the stag lord? Not much. Like I've seen him sat down and share a cup of wine with a man, you know. But I think he arrived in the Stolen Lands less than a year ago, from what I've heard. But as soon as he got here, he took over everything. I wrote to Restov, tried to warn them that the stag lord was some typical gang leader, but they didn't listen. The rumors about him are horrible. He'll kill a person if they so much as disagree with him. He never reveals his face. Those who seen him up close report the same thing. Ugly scars cover every inch of his skin, not covered by his clothes. The stag lord's past is a mystery. He just arrived one day. He was immediately a power to be reckoned with. I guess the most surprising thing about him is that he has as many followers who admire him as he has minions who obey him out of fear. He's got some inner strength in him, or maybe an inner madness. There are many who would seem to follow him because of that madness. Like it was some kind of virtue. I gotta get her in that stuff. Now, you, a belt liner, interesting. Anyway, guess what? 23. Try 25. Well, that's not a whole lot much more. Anyway, it is what it is. She doesn't need a torch, she has a belt. Oh no, that was me. Potion bark skin. She could use that to pinch. 7 alchemist fire and acid blast will keep those as necessary. So now, what is this? Bangberry Cave. That could be dangerous. I don't think we can go this way. That's fair enough. That lets you know for sure that you can't go back. Now see, here's the outskirts, but I don't know. Really, this is kind of dangerous, I think, at the second level. Alright. I gotta wait. Sorry, bathroom call. A jittery old man in squalid clothing shuffles up to you. His gray hair is unkempt, and he continually clenches and clenches his freckled hands. When he stops and looks at you, his eyes widen and he tugs at his beard. Strange weather, invisible fog creeping out of the woods, soars beyond the sky, obscures the sun and moon. Strange. I don't like this old man. Looks like the one who can cast the evil eye. Who are you? Meet Remus, but that won't help the fog. What are you doing here? I do nothing, breathe, walk, observe. The fog looks visible enough to me. I see more than ever. I've never seen so much before, but someone must look and no one else can. Invisible fog, does that mean you can find your way through it? The fog is wrong. It enters your legs, not your sight. I wish not to try. I should probably go. You hasten, you should. Your rival wastes no time. He races his boat in another direction. He searches for power, will find it. My rival, do you mean Tartukio? He's not tall, but he wants to climb high. Besides him are those who could stand against him, and might yet still. What power is he searching for? Someone else's, all but forever young, that which was taken from another, that which gave joy, now gives death. Can you tell me where he is now? He's an old tomb south of the trading post. Thank you. How do you know we're rivals? I don't know. I see you can choose what you set your eyes usually, but can you choose what they see? All the more reason not to linger. Farewell. Once stolen, the land should be reclaimed. Once reclaimed, bound with the clamor shall it be. Bound, merged, joined by unbreakable ties, claiming the land, claiming its pain, claiming its death. At least it's south of the... Sure. Yep. Sure do. Because he's the one I want to get after here. Alright, now this has got to be changed around. I am trying to get to some candy. That, my God, it is just wrapped tight as a... Alright, so now... That bottle gnome is standing on a small hill, expressing a distant contentment in every way he can muster.
Let me guess, you're still dawdling. Should I make some tea in the meantime? Bake a pie, perhaps? Plant a small garden and harvest some cherries? Perhaps you'd be more comfortable wearing fool's caps and colored trousers. Then at least I'd be able to sell tickets. Come one, come all! Feast your eyes upon the slowest and the most ridiculous buffoons in Golorian!
Why hurry? The same end awaits us all.
Hold your tongue, gnome. I can hardly tell your twaddle from the buzzing of a fly.
Quickly now, if we don't find that artifact soon, someone else might seize it. Someone who's standing over there watching you right now, you fools!
Harem, I'd be happy to have you among my companions. Your faith does not oblige you to follow fools and liars like Tertukio.
There is as much vanity in your words as in the words of all who have not seen the wisdom of Grotus. Yet you seem a worthier leader than the arrogant Tartuccio. Perhaps in serving you, I shall open your eyes to the teachings of my faith.
I see my magnificent rival will stop at nothing, even at stealing the servants of his enemy. Let us see if your fools are even more useless than mine. Draw your swords and cover my retreat.
Any last wishes?
No! Oh.
A solid plan.
Ouch!
Onwards! Justice!
This is where I step in.
Forwards!
I'll take it.
Tear them apart!
Dang.
Stay behind me! Let us strike as one!
Serves you right.
Aim carefully.
Go down!
Oh.
Do not falter!
You deserved it.
Attack!
We should gather our strength.
The path is clear.
All right, let's see what we got there, if anything, out of that. What is her deal? I have got to figure out something with her. Wow, he can't carry all that crap either. Heavy shield. I'll take it. I'm thinking here. So it's just exotic weapons and simple martial. She has all kind of proficiencies as far as that goes. So we are going to take that masterwork and give her. Just makes more sense, really. Composite longbow, man. Let's level him up. Cleric. Religion, lore, and persuasion. Fine. That.
Tread
Resting
light.
would be nice, don't you think? I see something.
My search was not in vain.
What's an exit?
What's that?
What troubles you? It's just not my lucky day. Anything else?
We should gather our strength.
Let us be careful.
How sweet the first breath of fresh air after the stale, damp stuffness that tomb before stretching unending health, unending heat, replete with hills and gullies and patches of low shrubs. Already the trail of Tatukio and his peons had gone cold. But we would not give up. So easy whether the trail went cold or not was when we had to follow. No blade grass was bent, must have had enough time to strength back up since whoever passed through last. But the heat's dry earth preserved the prince's little shoes, our eyes to the ground. We followed the trail. We walked and walked until finally we came to a huge gully, dried up bed of river of grass. But what is this? At the edge of the grass was we tried to imagine who or left those claw marks. We stumbled onto Kabul lands, finding any traces matching with the surrounding areas. We discovered traces fell apparently from the illusion school magic. There was a lone trail descending the gully. Actually, smart. We examined the path that stayed along the gully. We carefully studied the trail that first spies discovered the little shoe prints turned into little clawed footprints on the way to the gully. It was as if someone was from two or his band wearing shoes and took them either off or grew claws. Then we jumped the gully to avoid the battle. After idling and thought, we decided to follow the bigger trail along the path beside the gully. At first, the path went right along the steep edge, but soon it turned, circling around a thick and prickly bush. No sooner had we turned than we ran into a band of kobolds who were approaching from the opposite direction. If there were any more footprints in the path, the kobolds surely trampled them. We had no time to search each other with that. I thought that was Valerie. But what's going on here then? Wow.
Repent. A solid plan.
Dang.
Onwards!
Any last wishes?
Jesus.
Bring it!
Your life ebbs low.
Forwards!
Stay behind me!
Jesus.
This is where I step in.
And do what? Keep missing?
Serves you right. You deserved it.
Aim carefully.
Well, sorry. Was lost in thought.
What a waste!
I feel tired.
That takes that in.
I'm hungry. When we stop.
Now they all got it. Where is he at? Hunting. Camouflage. Really? Cooking. Watch order.
You practice so much, and always by yourself.
Fine.
I'll take it. Suddenly I woke inside the house. Dogs were howling fiercely up her way. It smelled like burning wooden walls for steaming hot. Smoke was breathing beneath the slow ceiling. Looked out the window. The instant they approached the window, the glass broke and an arrow hit him in the chest, feeling glimpses of dust and dark figures standing outside. His eyes dimmed. Aldir skied his skin felt cold. He heard the murmur of the water and the soft lapping of waves. After opening his eyes, he saw a rocky river bottom and a bloated body tangled in green water weeds. The drowned man's empty gaze was fixed upon Aldir. The drowned man's mouth opened slowly and a hoarse voice said, Strike river, Aldir. At this moment, Aldir finally awoke, drenched in sweat. He told us what he'd seen in the dream. What's this? We walked across the heath for a long time, yet no sight sprang up before our eyes. But by turns, we discovered a verdant lowland with several nearby springs streaming down behind on the hillside. And then in the distance, in the center of the lowland, among the brush, there stood a single dry tree, a true giant. His magnificent outline resembled an animal's claw, clawing at the sky. What was really truly remarkable, the flat landscape was dotted by mysterious dark humps. They were piled about the height of a man and scattered about in abundance. Determined that we should explore the lowland. The further we trekked, the softer the land became. Step by step, heath grass gave way to moss, low growing shrubs and ferns, and then sloshy puddles of stinky swamp water. The muddy ground was soaked at our feet. As soon as our party was jumped from hassock to hassock, finally we reached the first group of mysterious humps and learned there were no more hills but dugout dwellings. We moved with great care towards the center of the lowland. There was a real swamp began. On the way towards the mysterious giant tree, saw the body outline of another hut. This one was bigger and surrounded by a small clan. We examined the surrounding dwellings. We moved with great care towards the center of the land. Then the real swamp began on the way towards this. Standing behind one tree and another tied with a rope, we could turn away. We walked slowly, carefully choosing a way, keeping to dry ground as much as possible. But there really went more to it became. As soon as we were wading waist deep through the cattails, frogs croaked loud as we peered anxiously into the cloudy water, struggling to make out what shadows shifted along the bottom. We often stumbled and lost our balance, but a true trusty rope, with the aid of our friends, saved us from being lost in the bog. Okay. Insatiable bog. Girl was hungry after us, but we didn't look back. Suddenly, and weary, we finally made it back to solid ground, and a palace of sorts rose before our eyes. A spacious hut made of mud like the rest, but decorated with pebbles, bone, cattail spikes, and snail shells. From the palace, a wide, shallow reservoir. Its green water reflected the leaves of huge ferns with primitive clay figurines. The buzzing gnats were nearly deafening. We were not too far to the center of the swamp, and a firm and steady path led through where the thick bushes and its end the tall, dry trees stretched right upwards, clung to the firmament. We carefully examined the clay figurines, trying to fathom who they might portray. Google eyes, flat heads with no necks, ears, or chins, ugly long legs, and natural bent. This sculpture is going to be the work of Bogarts. Primitive, cruel Bogart tribes have inhabited the swamps of Garoon and Aspen since the olden days. The buzzing gnats was nearly deafening. We were not far to the center of the swamp, and a firm and steady path led through the thick bushes in. The tall, dry tree stretched mighty upwards, clawing at the firmament. God. We peeked inside the hut. The palace was twice the height of the other huts, and its entrance wide enough the three could walk abreast. The walls were decorated. An unknown builder had scratched drawings in the clay while it was still wet. The faded scrawl depicted huge amphibians devouring smaller figurines, some frog-headed, others not. 3 of the 4 rooms boasted large holes filled with water, just like the other drawings, though there were steps descending into them cut into the dirt. It sounds like Tassar. In the first room, we found equipment and decorated walls, leather armor, spears, clubs. To our surprise, a number of items were well preserved. The hut was clearly deserted, so we felt ashamed in taking them with us. We moved forward, seeing we'd drawn so near our goal. It was ever so lovely to walk once again along the well-trodden path. Our soaked clothes imagined being dry. Our mood at once slipped. The bushes that bordered the path seemed to wave at us amiably. With their juicy green leaves and shiny bright red berries, a fresh wind puffed away the rotten smell, and it finally felt like the swamp might be nearly behind us. But then the wind stopped blowing and the thorny branches continued to move, and we heard a loud shout. Mastodon, who was watching our rear, pointed to a surging, crawling wall of green filling in the path behind us. The surrounding thicket was coming to life as branches reached out with a soft, swishing sound. corrupts the sap ooze from their thorns, clinging to emerald dust. The path was superior. There was no way back. The clear space ahead was closing. They should be afraid of fire. We ran forward, wavering towards the hopes of searing and scaring off Raven's plants. Well, the fire didn't work. I understand it was damaged, Jesus. Following I've seen an endless trek, we came upon a gigantic dry tree that so intrigued us from the beginning. Lo and behold, we saw an idol cut its trunk. A huge horned, three-eyed toad. Its huge eyes made it look like both cruel and dumb, almost idiotic. Its muzzle hung half open, sharp toothed, several hanging tongues. Deep brown streaks oozed from the corner of its mouth. We tried to glean what sort of idol it might be. There could be no doubt this was Goginta, a demon lord, master of the great swamp and demon abyss. But what is this? While we were examining this idol, a large, bright blue dragonfly came out of a hollow tree and sat invitingly on the very tip of one of our noses. It was so remarkably strange, it didn't react to our movement. It seemed quite content to remain where it sat. We thought better of entering with the center side of the 10-hour journey.
I feel tired.
Had I not met...
The path is clear.
The corpse's face is bloated from being so long in the water. The stench from its toothless mouth is so foul that your eyes begin to water. The hand clenching a sinister-looking spirit is covered with scabs. There you are. So it was you who sent me those nightmares? Gargling deep-chested laughter pierces your skull, clouding your vision and flooding your ears. All eyes become muffled. All else becomes muffled. As if you were trapped in the water, you shake your head off to cast off the apparition. Who are you? Debek Nettle. How did you die? See a vision of a lovely spring day. Sunbeams shine warm against your cheeks. Three men approach the house by the bridge, one of them wearing an antlered helm. The Stag Lord. Angry face is a quarrel, the glint of unsheathed sword. Suddenly, the Stag Lord's greedy eyes are twisted by surprise. The master of the house had unleashed his hounds. A burning smell steers you awake to the sound of loud barking. Flames are crawling up the walls. The sound of breaking glass, the bitter cold night air. You are outside. Outside the house, and something is wrong. An arrow strikes deep in your shoulder. You hear the guffaw of 10 throats. You run. It's already in the middle of the bridge. The man in the antlered helm cuts with ropes and ear-splitting screams fills the air. What do you want from me? Death to the Stag Lord. Don't you hate it when someone else asks you to do something you were going to do anyway? It makes me want to do nothing just to spite them. Why must I be the one who does it? Can't you kill a Stag Lord yourself? Very well, shall meet your vengeance out upon the Stag Lord. Come, later, take the spear.
I feel tired.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
Amiri, aren't you cold? Just...
Is it ever cold here? You could walk around naked, bouncing your boobs. My homeland, that's where it's cold. Spit freezes before it hits the ground.
Ratnook Hill.
I'll go ahead.
This requires your attention.
I wrote it like I saw it. Applause, please. Anything is possible.
Damn it.
Would you look at that?
I've spotted something.
Adventures call to them. I failed. I'm sorry. I failed. I'm sorry. Applause, please. Anything else?
Save it. Isn't there like...
Something here.
Applause, please.
Damn it.
Just letting the ink dry.
Grotus awaits us.
What the hell? Why can't he do spells? Who would have known that? Bless. Worked, but not by much, really. Damn it.
Let's head out.
Running won't help you!
Where we're at.
Let us strike as one!
Tear them apart!
Attack!
Lucky. That's it?
Become as dust.
Do not falter!
Jesus, man.
They
Really?
go down!
A solid plan.
May I suggest another way to use this spell? Any last wishes? Protect me, please.
Holy Christ, man. An ethereal alchemist? See, that's why they're so dangerous, man. I didn't know he was a well ethereal rogue. Damn it.
Onwards!
Jesus. Holy, still up, man. Fuck.
Forwards!
Phew. Lindsay.
I should withdraw for a time.
Stay behind me! Let us strike as one!
Bring it!
Man. 10 damage reduction. Whew.
Magritium, Turinos,
Repent. Your life ebbs low.
Do not falter!
Tear them apart!
Aim carefully. Attack! A solid plan.
This is where I step in.
I didn't think I could kill them. Let's go back the way we came, because I know that's clear. Let's see something here. Wow, really? What? Can he not wear heavy armor? So that's 17. 18, yeah, that's what I thought. Lindsay. I can upgrade that. $16. 17. For now, it works. I am really kind of curious about something though. Can it do not do extra damage? Because it shocks. Let's do this for now. Because that should do some extra damage. See, it does. Right there. Piercing electricity. Yeah, that's well worth it. Anything here? Garnet ring. Belt, incredible dexterity. Wow. Yep. That would give me plus one more on my attack missile rolls, and of course my AC, and plus one more on my initiative. So my initiative should be, where is my initiative? it should be like right here. Really? How? Sorry, but I mean, okay, so we got close, a little, well, halfway apparently. But it should be showing my initiative somewhere. I honestly don't understand that. I didn't think we could beat them. Wow. I didn't know they were that high though either, my god. I've got to rest.
Don't you want your name to be glorified through the ages? Without a bard to trumpet your feats, that simply wouldn't happen. But just imagine, noble Valerie, daring protector of the stolen lands.
What is that? The title of a poem? Sounds more like an epitaph. I'm starting to think you're not even going to let me rest in peace.
Well, I don't know where to go. Noise is cutting out like that, man.
The path is clear.
That really didn't add up.
Tread lightly.
Shit. I don't know if I can beat that dude. No, I'm gonna pass. Elementals are a little bit more harder to deal with than where lycanthropes anyway, especially at that level, man. I don't know what to do here.
I feel tired.
My strength fades. Your armor always shines, Valerie. You spend so much time polishing it. But what is the point? Your armor doesn't get any tougher.
And you spend much time talking about death, even while we're still alive. I'd say you spend your time even less sensibly.
Greetings.
Casting Gareth, former Captain Jumani Aldori's personal guards, nods to you as though you've seen each other over in Rustov only yesterday. He limps noticeably and his clothes are stained with blood and looks every bit grim and focused as when you first met. This time you don't sense a hint of excitement in his eyes.
I have urgent news from Restov. The investigation that I've conducted at Lady Jamandi's orders have proved your innocence. Tartuccio was and still is the Pataxian spy. That dreadful night, it was him who had opened the gate and let the assassins in. It appears that he had planned to gain the barony and Eldori's support, only to later place these lands under the command of his true patron. King Irovetti is no stranger to intrigue, and likes to use others to do his dirty work. Anyway, Lady Jamandi sends her apologies. Lady Jamandi ordered me to capture Tartuccio. We were following his trail when that damned mist fell. First we entirely lost our way, and then stumbled. Alas, nearly all my people were wounded and can go no further. And so I am here asking for your aid. I'll point out on the map where Tartuccio is supposed to be. Bring that scum to Oleg's trading post, dead or alive. Restov will not forget this favor.
How did Tartuccio manage to fool you?
That sly bastard has caused us no little trouble, that's for sure. When he showed up in Restov and announced he was going to join the expedition, nobody suspected a thing. Yes, a gnome, yes, a sorcerer, but so what? Even after that terrible night, some of my people were willing to bet money on you being the spy. His overconfidence was his downfall. Tartuccio's henchmen, it seems, imagined they could safely meet with Pataxian spies in the town's seedy underbelly. But Restov is the ancestral home of the Eldori, and Lady Jamandi is respected not only by the aristocracy and the common folk, but also by those on the other side of the law. We received a message from the slums. A good friend, who wished to remain anonymous, suggested the Sword Lords take a closer look at a certain guest from Patax. Jamandi immediately sent for me and ordered me to capture the spy, all very quietly, of course. He told us everything, and not only about Tartuccio. I doubt that Irovetti was pleased to hear of his agent's failure.
What can Pataxian spies hope to gain to find the stolen lands?
Pataxian spies are much like magpies. They'll grab anything that catches their eye. Information, treasure, artifacts. This time, King Irovetti had a chance to seize the entire Stolen Lands region, and at the Eldori's expense. I'll give you some advice for the future. Be wary of the Pataxian king. He's truly a snake of a man.
Gareth's the name of a noble house of Brevoy, is it not? You're noble then.
Used to be. It's only a name now, nothing more. The House Gareth are a noble family in Brevoy. They own several mines in the Galushkin Mountains. My father Evan is cousin to Lord Howland Gareth. But he's my father no longer. In any case, I brought shame upon my name and was punished accordingly. The family disowned me. I fled to Restov and took up the life of a simple mercenary, until I received an assignment here in the Stolen Lands.
I would know more of House Gareth in your homeland.
Well then, ask away.
Tell me the lands you grew up in.
House Gareth owns a number of valleys and gorges in the Galushkin Mountains. The landscape makes these places easily defensible, and they're rich in ores and everything else the depths of the earth have to offer. It is a place of rare beauty. When I moved to Restov, I couldn't get used to it for a long time. There was nothing but sky between the roofs. No mountain peaks anywhere in sight.
Tell me the House Roos.
It is an old and renowned family, one of the most influential in Brevoy. A long time ago, the Gareth house entered a pact with the dwarven clan of Golka. This proved to be of great benefit to both parties, and they've supplied the ore for our forges ever since. Lord Howland even took the son of the dwarven leader as his ward. Who would have known where this would lead? The same winter that Brevoy lost the Rogarvia dynasty, Howland's only natural son, Bren, went missing in the mountains. Thus, Toval Golka, the Lord's dwarven ward, became heir to House Gareth. The lad has it tough, though. Too many believed Howland should have chosen someone of his own blood to be the heir. I would imagine my own father had similar plans for me, but we all know how that went.
Let's finish this conversation some other time.
As you wish.
Care to tell me why you were exiled? You asked me a favor. I see you owe me an explanation.
Fair enough. For a Gareth, the prosperity of the house and the honor of the name stands above all else. And I was betrothed to a widow from another noble house. This union was of great importance to the family. However, 3 months before the wedding, I met a commoner girl, gentle and pure, and we fell in love. I would have rather died than leave my Tanya. So I decided to break off the engagement with my noble bride. I could never have expected what would follow. My father was furious. I'd set a pointless love affair above the interests of the house. He expelled me from the family and ordered to leave our lands under threat of death. And Tanya, her mother was seriously ill, and she stayed behind to care for her rather than follow me into exile. Thus, I was on my own, disgraced, without a name, and without love. Don't imagine that I ask for pity. Everyone gets what they deserve.
Leave the past and past and think no more of it.
That's no simple task. It's not only the love of a woman and a family that I've lost. I had a place in life, a purpose. Once such things are lost, they're hard to find again.
I'll see you later.
You see that?
Let's see what. Who has the athletics?
Applause, please. Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Forwards!
Really?
They go down!
What a waste.
Onwards!
Aim carefully.
Serves you right.
Let us be careful.
Yeah, really.
That was easy.
I'll go ahead.
And then our leader charged forwards. Hey, wait for me!
God, he's so handy. What is...
Attack!
Ooh, wow.
You deserved it.
Bring it!
Oh, wow.
Stay behind me!
A solid plan.
Yeah, if it works.
Any last wishes?
Become as dust.
Wow.